What's up YouTube? My name is Nathan and I just want to make a quick brief video here just kind of updating you guys. I actually haven't made a video on YouTube for the last 2 years now and I'm ready to jump back in and to start making videos very consistently now, and so I really appreciate everyone who is currently subscribed. If you're not, please subscribe below, leave a comment and all that jazz that everyone says to do. I just want to let you guys know that I'm going to start making videos pretty consistently here again. It just wasn't the right timing a couple years ago, but now it is the perfect timing, especially with the quarantine and everything going on. So with that being said, just going to go ahead and roll right in. So this channel, I really want to have it focus in and around my life and what it is that I do on a daily basis. So just to best give you guys an understanding is, I just want to preface kind of my story and what I want to accomplish in this video is kind of just talk about that and what I've been going through over the last 4 years or so now. So those of you that don't know, I've been in the social media marketing agency world since 2016, and that journey actually originally started with Tai Lopez's SMMA course. It was just 1.0 at that point in time. It really just began to open up my eyes into the agency world, because prior to that I had no knowledge, no understanding as to how to start an agency, how to formate an agency, how to build websites, how to do ads and all this stuff. I was a total novice to it. And again, this was just 4 years ago. So the reality is I was actually still working corporate jobs and learning how to do SMMA on the side. So I would work my corporate job and I would make sure that I would get East Coast sales accounts on my corporate job, so that way I'd only work about 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. or 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. So that way I would on purpose have time to get back home, get a good workout in, and then from there jump right into figuring out more and more about the agency world. So a big thing that happened to me when I first was getting started was, I'm not gonna lie guys, I was totally stressed out. I had a ton of anxiety around the fact of, okay, like I know how to sell this, but I don't know how to fulfill it at all. And the way that the course taught in Tai Lopez's course was that you basically have to be this one-man shop and to learn how to do everything yourself. And that, I think, is not the greatest advice. I think that we should double down on our strengths and what it is that we're good at. And the reality is there's so many different roles within an agency that you simply just cannot be good at all those roles. I mean, you're looking at fulfillment for Facebook ads alone. That's a skill set in and of itself that takes years to master. You can look at fulfillment just within TikTok advertising platform. You can look at fulfillment just within YouTube, within Google Ads. There's so many different sectors within fulfillment alone in a digital marketing agency that it's so easy to get overwhelmed and your head's just spinning. You're trying to figure out what the heck to focus on, what it is that you should not focus on. Should I go specialized? Should I go generic? Should I create packages? Should I sell by one service? And in these videos, guys, I really hope that I can help you out through my just 4 years of experience doing this and being in this game. And the reality is I've come a long ways and have understood a lot more in the agency over doing this for the last 4 years. So yeah, guys, just to be clear, back in October of 2016 is when I got the Tai Lopez course. And through that course, I began to do and take the advice that they talked about in the course, which is basically just to go door to door and to show people that they have a problem with their social media and to show them how I'm the answer to their problems. Now, I'm sure that there was a lot of good intention behind this teaching, behind this training. However, for me, that was not the greatest experience that I wanted to jump right into, because, guys, my first job out of university after I finished my bachelor's degree was doing door-to-door sales with Xerox, selling copiers. I had friends and family members telling me, hey, if you can sell copiers, you can sell anything. So the reality is I had a really bad taste in my mouth. That Xerox job was not a good fit for me. I did not like it. I felt like I was selling a product and that was not something that people really needed. I mean, the reality is more and more people are going digital and they didn't need printers, and not to mention Xerox is the Ferrari of printers, and there's all these Japanese companies that are kind of like the Honda of printers. So here I was, you know, fresh out of university, just trying to convince people to buy this Ferrari printer that literally no one needed, because business owners were telling me, hey, we don't print that much. We're not going to be printing 7,000 sheets a day. It's just not happening anymore. And so I had a really bad, what I'm trying to say is this taste in my mouth in order to not want to go door to door. So the other thing that I was good at was telesales, was getting on the phone and dialing and cold calling. And so guys, and don't get me wrong, I would still go door to door with different restaurants, with doctors' offices, and I would create some good connections. But the reality is, the way that I was taught, the way that I was trained, was not efficient enough for me to be successful. And that's really a big part of why I wanted to generate this video for you guys and just tell you that you're going to need a lot more data and information and knowledge than you ever dreamed or imagined. And my advice would be to just be a consistent daily learner in what it is that you're doing within your agency. So, no longer can you just take one course and plug and play and set. No, digital marketing changes every single day. These platforms are fluid. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google AdWords, Snapchat, TikTok, email marketing, text marketing. All these platforms are literally changing and adapting on a daily basis. And that's part of what makes this industry so exciting, right? It's so exciting to learn, at least it is for me, to learn all the new updates, to see what's going on, to see how the platforms are getting smarter, to see how artificial intelligence is affecting the algorithms and everything like that. So guys, my encouragement to you would just be, if you've taken one course and you still don't feel like a pro, that's okay. I mean, the reality is, guys, I've invested over $20,000 of my own personal hard-earned money into figuring out how to grow and scale successful digital marketing agencies. And so that's something that I really wanted to encourage you guys with. If you have invested, say, $1,000 or $300 into some type of social media marketing agency course, that's fantastic. That's great. I'm glad you did. But don't stop there. Don't stop there. Keep going. Keep learning. We have to be lifelong students and lifelong learners, especially in an industry that is changing, growing, adapting on a daily basis. Literally, Facebook can come out with an update that will literally change things in my agency within one day. And that's the reality, guys. And that's, for me, that's what makes it exciting. I like to tell potential, customers that marketing is the final frontier, If it was on lockdown, if everyone knew how to be successful in marketing, then the reality is we'd all be multi-billionaires and we'd all be running, VaynerMedia type businesses like Gary Vee's agency. So I ran my own agency kind of on the side for 2 years, from 2016 to 2018. I closed a few clients, but the reality is, guys, I was literally just chasing how I could figure out how to make money the fastest. And trust me, you do not want to go that route. Now, I'm not saying you don't need to make revenue. Of course, it's so important that you make money. But the reality is, make sure you have some level of passion behind it. And through, all these trial and errors of figuring out Amazon, affiliate marketing, YouTube, email marketing agencies, all these things, I realized, you know what? I really like the digital marketing agency model the best. But I've realized that my strength is not in fulfillment. I don't prefer to do the Facebook ads, the Instagram ads, the YouTube ads, the Google ads, any revenue-driven service. That's not my preference. I don't prefer that. So there's actually a gal that I stayed in touch with through Tai Lopez's SMMA course, and as 2 years progressed, we found all these people in Tai Lopez's SMMA course were dropping off and no longer running agencies. And it literally got to the point where it's just her and I communicating in this regional group message that we made on Facebook. People, we'd always see it like leaving the conversation. And so the reality was, I said, hey, you like fulfillment. I like to sell this stuff and be customer facing. So why don't we form a strategic partnership? I'll merge my agency into your agency. She already had a lot more things set up digitally than I did. And so what we did was we made the merger, and I owned 50% equity and she owned 50% equity. And so we formed this strategic partnership. And what we ended up doing was we did that partnership for 2 years. And during that time, we closed over 30 clients. And, we saw some true success. We had months Not to brag or anything, but we had months over $20,000 a month, and lots of that is, mostly all of it, is just net profit. There's very, very, very minimal expenses in this industry. That's why it's so attractive and fascinating to a lot of people. At the same time, it is not an easy thing to get into, but I hope through this channel I can give you guys a lot more insight, advice, clarity on how to grow a successful agency, and let you guys know that it's 2020 and it's possible to grow a successful agency now than ever before. Literally now than ever before. There's more eyeballs online than ever before with, you know, the quarantine and the coronavirus and people staying home and all these things. So not to go off onto too much of a tangent, but her and I did that for 2 years and it was fantastic. We had an amazing partnership. And then just recently I decided to, you know, we were just going in two different directions and we both kind of mutually agreed in the end that we were. And so there was no hard feelings in the end. In fact, we're still in communication. We're still friends. But now, just to come full circle here in present time, I've activated my third agency, guys. And in this agency model, I really want to just not, I really want to be focused in and around a purpose, right? I want to have purpose behind what I'm doing and what I'm marketing. And it's great. Hey, it's great to make business owners more money. If they're making $1 million a year, it's great to help make them, you know, 1.7 million or 2.2 million. And that's fantastic. So they can go on these vacations that they never got to go on with their family. And that's great. It's helping their livelihood. And I love that. And that's why this agency model is so amazing. You're literally changing other people's lives and serving other people. But the reality is, not only do I want to just help people make money, and that's always going to be there, don't get me wrong, but I want there to be some sort of purpose behind the business that we're helping make money for. So if that kind of makes sense. So whether that's an environmental cause, whether that business gives back a portion to charity, whether or not that business is connected to volunteer and mission groups in foreign countries, I want to get into that. And then the same thing is true in my own agency. I am going to create different strategic partnerships to where there's going to be social causes behind what it is that I do. So that way we're not just in business for profit, but we're in business for profit in order to help people. So to this day, I'm running my own digital marketing agency. I'm the sole owner of it. And at the same time, I'm actually the VP of sales for two businesses that are very similar to the business that I'm in. And so that's kind of my story over the last 4 years, guys. I will do other videos where I share prior to these 4 years because I've basically been in business to some capacity since, you know, 6 or 7 years old. And I never really called it entrepreneurship. I just liked a lot to buy and sell things. And it was fascinating to me to buy a baseball card for 50 cents and sell it for $4. That was something that was just amazing to me. And again, that's just a video that I'll do in the future. And right now, guys, just want to give you what I've been doing for the last 4 years. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, everything that all these YouTubers are saying. But hey, thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video, guys. And we will see you in the next one.